कि जो टीवी देख देख के लोग कहते थे कि क्या करेगा बड़ा होकर, टीवी देखता रहता है पूरे दिन, आज वही लड़का बैठ के इंडिया के टॉप शोज बना रहा है। व्हाट अ ब्यूटी ब्रो। इतने सारे टॉप आपने एजेंसीज के साथ काम किया है, प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस के साथ काम किया है, बड़े बड़े शोज जैसे कि इंडियन आइडल बनाए हैं, यू मेड शोज लाइक IGT, Guess Got Talent and all that. Why did you choose poverty? Why did you start something on your own? Why did you decide to start something on your own, bro?
All of us as artists and creators, we all want freedom. And freedom is that thing ना जो हम, it's one of those things कि हम सब चाहते हैं कि यार हमें artistic freedom मिले या ये freedom मिले. But freedom is not like that. Freedom has to be earned.
Yeah.
It comes with responsibility. And hence, it is not for the timid.
You thought of something that didn't exist back then. How did what was the brain going through at that time? Where did that concept come from? कैसे सोचा? कि वीडियो वॉर्स अगर आप देखेंगे YouTube पे शायद एपिसोड्स है उसके
होंगे, हाँ जी,
होंगे। और हम हैंडीकैप में ब्लॉग कर रहे अपने दिन के बारे में बता रहे हैं। 2010-2011 में वो YouTube पे आ रहा था।
करेक्ट।
और एक कॉम्पिटिशन था कि लोग भी आपको वोट करेंगे, आपको ही पूछना वाला था। फेसबुक पे हम लोग वोट्स मांगते थे लोगों से।
Absolutely.
What did you think?
And like any concerned parent, my parents also said, "Why stop it? Like do other things. You have studies, 9, 10, do that." But I used to be obsessed with watching television. And now over the last like 20 years that I'm making television content, it just feels bloody amazing.
Suresh and I was once speaking about the fact that आपको लगता है कि MS comes calm and composed, लेकिन उनके पास plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan Z तक रहता है। He knows exactly. He's like a chess player. उनको exactly पता है कि आगे क्या होने वाला है। उस टाइप का विजन कैसे कोई रख सकता है?
Maybe it's time that we tell everybody that, you know, everybody is going through the same shit. Everybody is going through the same things, and it's completely okay to talk about it. And if you think the person you're idolizing, the person who's your celebrity, the person जिसका आपने पोस्टर लगाया हुआ है, उसको ये नहीं हो रहा है, उसको भी ये हो रहा है. I think men don't talk.
बात नहीं करते।
Oh, that's a different problem already.
यार मुझे लगता है
that's a podcast in itself.
Yeah.
But like men don't talk is a different problem. And sometimes because of the way
अभी कंडीशन
condition
डिजाइन हमें बताया गया है कि हमको ये ऐसा करना है, या
हमें बताया कि ऐसा नहीं करना कि यार
ऐसा मतलब
क्या बात नहीं करनी है, इट्स ओके। हमें क्या बोला गया कि अच्छा दारू पी लो ठीक हो जाएगा, कुछ खरीद लो ठीक हो जाएगा, you know those which are all deflections,
quantifiable
deflections. And so a lot of these times we're not encouraged to talk.
मैं बचपन में ना, मैं हमेशा लोगों से कहता था कि मैं बहुत टिमिड था, बहुत डरता था। लेकिन जब मैं स्टेज पे होता था ना, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि भगवान ने एक सेकंड लाइफ दी, डीजल लाइफ। बहुत बुरी हुआ, मैंने इस बात को कभी बताया नहीं किसी को। बहुत बुरी हुआ बचपन में, दोस्त बहुत कम थे, एक दो था, मतलब अब तो खैर नाउ यू डोंट इवन केयर अबाउट इट मच। बट जब आप देखते हो कि गॉड गिव यू दिस लाइफ इनसाइड यू, व्हाट क्रिएटर, व्हाट जो लोग बिलीव करते हैं कि आप स्टेज पे जाओ, देयर यू विल कंट्रोल द वर्ल्ड। The moment I was on stage, like what cricket was for me, the moment I was on stage, untouchable. जो लोग वहाँ पे मैं जिनसे करता था, अब now I was the emperor. My next guest on GST today is a very special individual. He's a curator, creator. वो shows बनाते हैं, reality बनाते हैं, real और real के बीच का अंतर आर पार करते हैं। ये आपके fantasies को अंजाम देते हैं और ये काम से काम रखते हैं। लेकिन जब काम करते हैं तो बहुत दृढ़ निश्चय के साथ, उस फोकस के साथ, उस एक लक्ष्य की तरफ देखते हैं। और कागज बहुत हिंदी जानती है। वेलकम टू जीएसटी।
What are you talking about?
I was talking about की बात कर रहे हैं। निश्चय हो गया, the man who dons many hats। आप डायरेक्टर बोलूं, क्रिएटर बोलूं, स्टोरी टेलर बोलूं, प्रोड्यूसर बोलूं, एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर, you had so many titles, you wore so many hats। मूंछ वाला बोलूं, स्पिरिचुअल गाइड बोलूं, what do we call you bro? Because your LinkedIn profile is so heavy।
Oh damn!
Yeah, like it's so
I need to edit it.
You have to, it is very heavy। So storyteller in short?
Yeah, sure. I love that. Storyteller is all encompassing it. उसमें सब आ जाता है। मैं बचपन से ही मुझे कहानियां बनाना और कहानियां सुनना बहुत पसंद था। तो I think it's a natural extension to call a storyteller।
भाई ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ है। मैं निश्चय के बारे में जानता हूँ क्योंकि मैं इनके फैमिली से भी जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। जो मेरा पहला टीवी शो था वो निश्चय ने मुझे दिया था, बहुत पहले की बात है, तो शुरू से शुरुआत करते हैं।
बिल्कुल, यस।
लेकिन उसके पहले एक सवाल पूछना था, इतने सारे टॉप आपने एजेंसीज के साथ काम किया है, प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस के साथ काम किया है, बड़े बड़े शोज जैसे कि इंडियन आइडल बनाए हैं, यू मेड शोज लाइक IGT, India's Got Talent and all that. Why did you choose poverty? Why did you start something on your own? Why did you decide to start something on your own, bro?
Yeah, I think about पौने 3 साल पहले I decided to start my own company.
हाँ.
It's called 1947 Productions. It's our own production house, creative agency. 16-17 साल काम कर चुका था दूसरों के लिए, and I don't know. I think it was high time to start something on my own. तभी नहीं पता था I was choosing poverty, like you said. But what I was choosing was independence. What I was choosing was freedom. What I was choosing to make art and to make content that I believed in, without necessarily someone telling me what I need to make. So it came from there. And it's been 2.5 years. We're still, like I tell everybody, we're just 2.5 years old, right? Nishchay Bogia is 19 years in the industry, but 1947 Production is just 2.5 years old.
It's a very beautiful thing, how you said, and this is what, and I knew that you will bring this up. You said you wanted freedom. आपको freedom बहुत पसंद है. ये जो शब्द है ना freedom, आपके साथ बड़ा resonate करता है, बड़ा राबता है आपका freedom का. मैं एक बार आपके घर आया था, मुझे याद है, और मैंने ना इनके दीवार पर एक saying पढ़ी थी. मैं ऐसे ही मिलने आया था इनको रात के कुछ 10-11 बजे, हम लोग ऐसे ही मिल रहे थे, और एक चीज थी उनकी दीवार पे जो लिखी थी, freedom is not for the timid. और अभी भी वो बोलते हुए मुझे ना ऐसे गूज़बम्प्स होते हैं, क्योंकि वो पोस्ट, वो एक चीज पढ़ के मैं बहुत फूट के रोया उस रात को. पता नहीं, आई हग्ड यू एंड आई एम्ब्रेस्ड यू सो टाइट. आई डोंट नो क्या हुआ मुझे उस दिन कि मैंने वो लाइन पढ़ी है और समथिंग जस्ट मूव्ड. यू एंड फ्रीडम हैव दिस ब्यूटीफुल बॉन्ड. सो आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क यू व्हाट यू आस्क एवरी गेस्ट ऑफ जनगणमन, जो आपका खुद का एक पॉडकास्ट सीरीज है, जो आपके प्रोडक्शन हाउस के जरिए you put it out in front of the world. What is freedom to you?
Freedom is not for the timid is something जो 1947 Productions की हर crew T-shirt पे लिखा होता है. तो the entire all our crew T-shirts have this badge here that say this, because हम all of us as artists and creators, we all want freedom, and freedom is that thing ना जो हम, it's one of those things कि हम सब चाहते हैं कि यार हमें artistic freedom मिले या ये freedom मिले. But freedom is not like that. Freedom has to be earned. Yeah. It comes with responsibility. Hence, it is not for the timid. To have and to exercise freedom and to know the value of freedom, you can't be timid. You have to be bold. You have to be strong. You have to be willing to make sacrifices and do so many things in the journey to attain freedom. Right? So yeah, what does freedom mean to me? Freedom to me is it's like breathing. It's the very essence of my being. It's the very essence that drives me to make decisions every day. I think it also stems from me as a little child. I think I was very, very shy and very, very underconfident as a young boy.
But that's such an antithesis of your personality.
It is now.
Wow.
But for the first 18-19 years of my life, I was very, very shy and very underconfident, like I said. So I think I was always craving that sense of being free. And I think as soon as I discovered that there are certain ways or hacks that I can attain this, I think I just went after it, and that became my sole being.
Did filmmaking or getting into cinema वो आपको
that was the biggest turning point. That was the biggest turning point.
एक अच्छी बात भी बोली आपने, आपको जैसे सांस लेने जैसा है फ्रीडम.
हाँ जी.
ब्रीदिंग जैसा है. आप सिगरेट नहीं पीते?
नहीं पीता. आपको
बड़ी चिढ़ मचती है जब लोग सिगरेट पीते हैं. मैं जानता हूँ कि आप फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में बहुत समय से काम कर रहे हैं, शोज बनाते हैं, हाई प्रेशर जॉब्स हैं. नेवर आस्क्ड यू दिस. आई हैव बीन very closely associated with you. You one of my closest friends that I have, best friends की गिनती में आते हैं आप. I'm not doing this podcast because it's like balancing and massaging each other's egos, but this gentleman, I want to understand his brain and what he thinks. I never asked his. As an older brother, no, I've smoked sometimes, but I've never had the courage to do it in front of you. And that I like, because that it comes out of space of respect, not out of fear. You never felt the urge or the pressure?
नहीं, मतलब मैं इंडस्ट्री में काम करता हूँ, मैं सुट्टा ब्रेक भी नहीं लेता हूँ, ना मैं चाय पीता हूँ. मुझे जो दो चीजें हैं जिसमें बहुत सारे आइडियाज ग्रो होते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें लोग बैठते हैं, मैं दोनों नहीं करता हूँ. But I remember when I was 16, I had tried smoking. and I smoked like 2 full cigarettes. And that was my big moment. But I don't know. I didn't like it at all. And I think I got an instant cough reaction. Also, I was coughing. So I think after, that was the
That was
end.
it?
Yeah, that was it. I was like, okay, I know this is wrong. I wanted to try it at the age of 16, and I tried it for two times, like 2 separate days. But then I hated it completely. So I never went back to it.
So basically, something very early on you figured out he was
Not for me.
not for me. There's one thing you actually figured out was that cinema was for you when you were very young. I know auntie for a fact that your mom would take the cable का wire and go in a purse. जब वो basically बाहर जाती थी क्योंकि आप इतना टीवी कंज्यूम करते थे.
9th or 10th standard.
9th 10th में जब आपके बोर्ड एग्जाम्स हुए थे और तब आंटी यूज्ड टू टेक द केबल वायर एंड गो. एंड अब ना लाइफ इज कम बैक टू इनर सर्कल फॉर यू कि जो टीवी देख के लोग कहते थे कि क्या करेगा बड़ा होकर टीवी देखता रहता है पूरे दिन. आज वही लड़का बैठ के इंडिया के टॉप शोज बना रहा है. What a beauty, bro. Life in 360. How does that journey when you look back at that
It feels
time?
amazing, man. It feels amazing now. I mean, this is a story we often joke about in the family, but it's a true story. It's happened. कि बड़े होकर क्या बनोगे? पूरा दिन टीवी देखते रहते हो. और ये हम सब आई थिंक 80s 90s के बच्चों ने सुना अपने पेरेंट्स से जो पूरा टाइम तो स्पोर्ट्स देख रहे होते थे. हम यहाँ WWE तभी
Chokeslam भाई.
WWF तभी
Trump cards भाई.
हाँ, Trump card ये सब कि हम used to be wasting
Chess body को clash.
Correct. So we used to spend a lot of our time consuming content on television, right? And like any concerned parent, my parents also said, "Why stop it? Like, do other things. You have studies, 9th, 10th, do that." But I used to be obsessed with watching television. And now, over the last like 20 years that I'm making television content, it just feels bloody amazing.
That life has come back in a circle.
It has.
And वो पेरेंट्स का व्यू भी कभी-कभी when they sit back and they're like हम बोलते थे इसको टीवी मत देखा कर. आज यही शोज बना रहा है टीवी के. शोज जहां तक बनाने की बात की है ना, मैंने इसका जिक्र कुछ समय पहले किया था कि पहला शो जो मुझे टीवी का प्रॉपर मिला था वो आपके साथ मिला था 2010-2011 में यूटीवी को. आई थिंक यू वर हेडिंग क्रिएटिव
शो. या
तब हमने एक शो बनाया था कॉल्ड वीडियो वॉर्स.
हाँ जी.
तब हमने एक ऐसा शो बनाया था जहां पर YouTube का कोई नाम निशान नहीं था. वो YouTube 2005 में आया था. 2010 में हम टीवी पे व्लॉगिंग वाला शो बना रहे थे. हमारे पास फोन नहीं थे तब, कैमरा वाले फोन नहीं थे. हैंडीकैम के साथ हमने वो शो बनाया. You thought of something that didn't exist back then. How did what was your brain going through at that time? Where did that concept come from? कैसे सोचा? क्योंकि वीडियो वॉर्स अगर आप देखेंगे YouTube पे शायद एपिसोड्स कुछ है उसके
होंगे. हाँ जी
होंगे. और हम हैंडीकैम में ब्लॉग कर रहे अपने दिन के बारे में बता रहे हैं. 2010-2011 में वो यूटीवी पे आ रहा था.
करेक्ट.
और एक कंपटीशन था कि लोग भी आपको वोट करेंगे. आपको भी पूछना है. और तो फेसबुक पे हम लोग वोट्स मांगते थे लोगों से.
Absolutely.
What did you think?
बहुत amazing concept था. It was clearly ahead of its time at that time.
Yeah.
Because in fact I remember जब भी हमने शो की बात करता हूँ, जब भी मैं इस शो के बारे में किसी से बात करता हूँ, मैं बोलता हूँ तभी ये word selfie didn't exist.
Yeah.
And we made an entire show where people were vlogging with this.
Yeah. बड़े-बड़े हैंडीकैम के साथ.
बड़े-बड़े हैंडीकैम के साथ.
बंद बाथरूम से करता था.
Correct. अब अपने ऑफिस में आप बाथरूम में जाके आप शूट कर रहे थे. And बहुत unique concept था. It was called बिंदास पे आता था. It used to be called बिंदास Video Wars. And every week there used to be like 5 vlogging contestants, and every week one used to get eliminated and you used to join. तो बहुत interesting concept था. And it's not a concept that I came up with alone. It's a creative team and all of us came up with it together. But
बहुत ahead of its time था वो.
बहुत ahead of its time.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
बहुत मजा आया था. I think because I think I found you on that show.
I know.
We had a friendship since then. So that's
the longest relationship I've had. Actually, the longest relationship we've had.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Yes.
Same for me. So I think बहुत amazing show था. I think again there also the fact that we were trying something new and we were given the freedom to reinvent and to we were a team of young people. I mean, you remember there was like I was the creative head of it, and there was a team of like 5
Ritika Sarkar, Paritosh,
all of them. Ishita, Kavya, of course.
Ishita was also yes.
A lot of them, and the fact that this young team kind of came together to make the show is an amazing thing. Now when I look back, I think everybody's doing so well.
Right.
All the creators who were featured in the show are doing very well. All the producers who worked on the show are doing very well. The fact that they all said yes to kind of doing this was a big thing.
कुछ ऐसी चीज को करना that is unheard of, नया कुछ try करना, उसके लिए आपको जरूरत पड़ती है कि you have the courage and you have the freedom to do it. Again, it takes me back to what you believe very strongly. Freedom होना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. Creating shows like this, making magic on the big screen. From that show, you went on to create India's Got Talent. Then you went on to make Indian Idol, and you were behind all these great shows. But I never asked you this question, bro. Why did you choose me? Now that we're getting romantic. Let's take this one notch up.
Yeah.
I really want to know why did you choose me, because I remember when I came to the audition of the show. वो क्या हुआ, हम तो बैठे थे वहाँ पे, मैं क्या वो कौन सा टेंपल रन खेल रहा था अपने.
हाँ जी हाँ यस.
टेंपल रन का बड़ा वो बोल वाला
क्रेज था.
हाँ क्रेज था. तो टेंपल रन खेल रहा था. यू आस्क्ड मी कितना स्कोर, तो मैंने कुछ बताया नहीं. लुक्ड एट मी लाइक क्या फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड में गया. एंड आई वाज लाइक गया ही अभी मैं बोला ठीक है. यस. और वो आपके बिंदास के ऑफिस में ड्रम सेट हुआ करता था.
हाँ यस यस.
मुझे 2 बेट आते थे, 2 या 3 4x4 को आता था. वही जाके मैं वहां बजाता था
स्टाइल. हाँ
आई वाज द बेस्ट अमंग द वर्स्ट, क्योंकि किसको आता ही नहीं था. तो मैं ही वहां पे बजा रहा था स्टाइल मान. बट या मैन, like what did you see back then? And this is not like ego massage, but I just really want to know.
No, the truth is only minority quota. That's why we.
Next question. Let's continue this conversation.
No, the jokes aside, but
dude, I love it. You got me off guard, bro.
But that's not the truth at all. No man, your energy since that day, since the day you walked into that room, or I walked into that room and I saw you in that room, your energy was still infectious. It was contagious. I think you're still that guy.
Yeah.
And the fact that even so many years later you still managed to retain that aspect of yourself.
17 साल हो गए भाई हमको एक दूसरे को जाने हुए. 16-17 साल हो गए.
तो amazing. तो I think आप आज भी वही हो जो आप तभी थे. You had this spunk. You did not have the beard.
I did.
Neither did I. I had a much.
You didn't have a beard. Nothing. You were not the.
Yeah. So we both had a completely different life and look then. But I think the reason why everybody loves you today is the exact same reason that I think I found that energy in you. You were a great catch from a casting perspective, because you also were willing to do everything. You said yes. And I often find myself resonating with those people who say yes to life.
You said a very interesting thing, Nish. You said that आपने मेरा selection इसलिए किया था उस show में क्योंकि I was enthusiastic. I'm ready to do things and try and not throw fit around.
Yeah.
What is criteria or prerequisite जब आप किसी को select करते हैं किसी show के लिए? In terms of अगर आप किसी को एक reality show में cast कर रहे हैं, तो वो क्या चीजें होती हैं? वो क्या mix होना चाहिए?
तो reality show में ना हम जब भी कोई reality show बनाते हैं, we have something called the casting buckets.
अच्छा.
These casting buckets are basically कि यार, now of course it depends on what kind of show it is. I'll give you more broad example.
Singing reality show बोल उसके उस लिहाज से उसके
उसमें ना casting buckets नहीं होते थे क्योंकि उसमें performance के ऊपर होता है, सीधा talent के ऊपर आपकी casting होती है. Simple. I'll talk about a generic thing like something like say a dating reality show.
Dating reality show.
Dating reality.
Bikini shoot.
So without taking names of shows.
2 pieces only.
But dating reality show. Okay, so for example, in a dating reality show, you'll want somebody who's a rich spoiled brat. You'll want somebody who is just a good looker. Both genders, male and female. Generally, जब हम board पे लिखते हैं, generally called hot guy 1, hot girl 1, rich spoiled brat, someone from Heartland, India, someone who's a sense of humor. Now, honestly, and the more I'm saying it aloud, I'm also realizing it's not very different from being on any dating app. Right? There are the kinds of people, the kinds of men, the kinds of women
that you
see. Right? Some in their bio call themselves funny. Some are just showing their sports car in the background. Some are talking about them being sports people. Some are jocks. Some are this. Some are shopaholics. Some are fashion. So the typical like what we encounter in everyday life. The reality show is what? Reality show is a mirror of
what we're living in society.
Of the real society that we are in, right? So we try and get stereotypical casting, जो हम stereotypes बोलते हैं ना, जो society में exist करते हैं, ताकि representation रहे हर sector की.
समझ में आया.
Right? So जब
inclusivity हो सबको
inclusivity हो
कि यार ये हम relate कर पाएं.
Perfect. And inclusivity again is a big word that's also become bigger over the last 3 or 4 years now. So also gender inclusivity is again a big one that every casting producer is now doing. This is something you'll see has become bigger over the last 3 or 4 years now. Everybody wants somebody who's a representative of the LGBTQIA plus community as well.
Right.
Now, yes, it is a prerequisite of casting. Yeah, we want to have one person from the community, but it's okay. I mean, it's nice, right?
Right.
There is
variety. You get to see so much.
Correct.
Yes.
So it guarantees you variety. It also guarantees you representation. It also guarantees you relatability. The more people will be attached to that content because it's like, अरे ये मेरे जैसा है, मुझे देखना है. और it also allows people to root for certain characters. Reality shows are built on what? Are built on these contestants and characters, and the fact that शायद कोई contestant का कुछ personality चिपक जाए viewer से, right? That the viewer may find it interesting and engaging enough.
या फिर हर रियलिटी शो में आपसे, मैंने भी रियलिटी शोज की, तो हर रियलिटी शो में एक सॉफ्ट स्टोरी होना क्यों जरूरी है? इंडियन रियलिटी के लिहाज से अगर देखें कि मैं मानता हूँ ये आपसे कि एक रियलिटी शो को अच्छा बनाने के लिए हमें हमेशा एक एस्पिरेशनल स्टोरी की जरूरत पड़ती है.
बिल्कुल.
हमें एज आई कम फ्रॉम अ स्लाइटली अबव लोअर मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, और मैं जब कोई कहानी देखता हूँ जो रैग्स टू रिचेस वाली है, वो मैं अपनी कहानी सोचता हूँ, मैं रिलेट कर पाता हूँ. लेकिन अब थोड़ा हम उससे उभर चुके हैं, तो हर बार क्या एक सॉफ्ट स्टोरी दिखाना जरूरी है?
इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है. तो बहुत लेयर्ड आंसर है. Sorry, I don't want to go kind of technical on it. I don't want to go technical on it, but I think it's quite a layered answer. India now is a developing country. We've been underdogs for far too long in the global stage, right? We're now finding a voice, whether it is through sport, whether it is through politics, whether it's through a lot of things, right? Where we're finding a voice and they're coming to the fore. Whether it's in sport, whether it's the Virat Kohli era, where you see, where we are kind of being aggressive and we're being
Australia में जाके हम उनको धूल चटा रहे हैं.
So stuff like that, right? So there is a certain graph that India is coming into its own now, but that is a very, very small part of India. The major part of India is not what you and me reside in or know of.
आप कह रहे हैं जो
urban audience बहुत छोटा पार्ट है. दो हम अर्बन ऑडियंस में ही उठते बैठते हैं, हमारे लिए वो रियलिटी, और हम ये देख के बोलते हैं यार ये स्टोरी तो पता है ना, why does everybody put a soft story in it? That's the one part of it. The fact that Heartland India still resonates with those stories because they are relatable stories. Like I said, those are soft stories for you, but those are real life, everyday stories for them.
तो मतलब
जो उनकी तो रियल लाइफ है ना वो.
एब्सोल्युटली, और हमारी भी है, इसलिए तो हम रिलेट कर पाते हैं. लेकिन हम ये अर्बन इंडिया में इसलिए बोल रहे हैं, जो मेट्रोस में रहते हैं, आई गेट व्हाट यू ट्राइंग टू से, नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड, देयर इज मोर क्लैरिटी कि हमने इसे बार-बार देखा है, हम और कुछ चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो अभी भी उसमें ही है, वो जी रहे हैं, रियलिटी है वो. आप आज अगर देखते हो, for you, someone like you who's such a hustler, who's doing so many things, right? And at the same time, I know your obsession with fitness, right? And you've only gone from strength to strength, literally and metaphorically, over the last 15 years. Where I know if you see something fitness-related content and I share some reels with you, you instantly resonate with it, right? Correct. Because you are in that mindset. That's the phase where you are resonating with, right? But someone like that, who's living that life in some tier 2, tier 3 town, and sees a story that resonates with them, वो उनकी representation है, वो उनकी inclusivity है. आप उनसे वोट क्यों लेना चाहते हैं? भाई, और बहुत प्यारी बात बोली आपने कि आप जब रियलिटी बना रहे हो, हम अर्बन ऑडियंस बहुत कम मात्रा में शायद देख रहे हैं, जो हार्टलैंड है वो उसे कंज्यूम कर रहा है, उसके साथ रेजोनेट कर रहा है, वो समझ में आ रहा है उनको कि भाई अगर इस बंदे ने ऐसा कर दिखाया है तो हम भी कर सकते हैं.
बिल्कुल. और वो उम्मीद
क्या एस्पिरेशनल है, वो बहुत प्यारी चीज होती है उम्मीद. ये उम्मीद करना, हमने ना बहुत सारी चीजें की. आई एंड यू बोथ होपलेस ऑप्टिमिस्ट. बहुत बार ऐसे हुआ है कि आपकी और मेरी स्टोरी में एक ही ट्रैक पे चली है, हम पता नहीं कैसे मिल लेते हैं उस समय पर एक दूसरे के साथ जब कुछ डाउन फेजर होता है हमारा, और सिमिलरली बहुत सालों से ऐसे हो रहा है, और साथ में बिना कुछ बोले
लाइफ सेम
फेज में है, और फिर बात करते करते कोई सोल्यूशन निकल जाता है, फिर से मिल लेते हैं, ओके वी आर इन अ बेटर स्पेस. उम्मीद बहुत प्यारी चीज होती है.
बिल्कुल.
व्हेन हैव यू in these last few years said I've lost the hope?
You know, fortunately, I don't think I have. I may have second guessed myself at times, but in terms of losing hope, I don't think I have. Like I said, starting my own company, for example, over the last 2.5 years has been quite a ride and a half. But I've come close to second guessing myself a few times. But ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब उम्मीद छूट गई पूरी.
वो डोरी भी पकड़ी हुई है थोड़ी सी होती है. आई थिंक आई एग्री विद यू बिकॉज़ क्योंकि आपने ना इतना बड़ा लीप ऑफ फेथ भी लिया है. जब कोई नया कुछ करता है एक तो उसके लिए करेज की बहुत जरूरत होती है. वो बोलते हैं ना फ्रीडम इज नॉट फॉर द timid. Freedom also comes at a cost. The cost that you bore maybe while starting your own thing to achieve that freedom of creativity is not having something to go to regularly. एक मन पे ना एक क्रिएटिव इंसान के लिए अगर वो रूटीन निकाल देते हैं ना तो बहुत हावी पड़ता है. लोग मैं ये मानता हूँ फ्रीलांसर्स की जिंदगी देखते हैं पैसा जितना वो कमाते हैं उनको लगता है कि भाई ये 9 to 5 वाली जिंदगी क्या है. तो people underestimate the power of a routine. Somebody who's been there in the industry for so long. What do you think? Routine, freelance life?
No, it's a completely. There's no clear answer for that.
But do you think that people who shit on the fact that सब लोग नहीं करते, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं क्या है 9 to 5 मेरा काम, पर वो भाई वो 9 to 5 भी आपको एक स्ट्रक्चर दे रहा है आपकी जिंदगी के लिए, maybe you require it.
Yeah.
So do you think?
I don't look down on 9 to 5 at all actually, and I don't think anybody should. They're both completely two different life choices, and your life choices are life dependent.
Yeah.
Right? They are not a clear yes or no answer. Will everybody want a freelance life? Maybe not. It seems very
lucrative, beautiful.
But freelance also means that you don't necessarily have a job every day.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah.
So you may have a job 5 days a month to 15 days a month, and the rest you don't. And for some of us, earning 5 days a month is enough to last us for the remaining 25 days.
Correct.
For majority of them, it's not.
Yes.
So it's
a subjective.
It's a lot of it, and also it's not just always monetarily driven. I'm just saying right now we just had a monetary discussion about this.
Right.
It could just be a lifestyle choice. It's just the way you're wired. You're not wired as a freelancer. You're wired as someone who likes structure in their life.
For me, I like structure.
Sure.
मेरे लिए बहुत जरूरी है वो.
Correct.
As a person.
And you're also someone who's living a dual life in that sense, because you have a structure in your life.
Right.
Of a job that you've been doing for X number of years now and doing it so well. You're the voice of radio in terms of every morning that I tune into the radio.
Right.
I know it's you on the radio. But apart from that, you have this whole freelance life of yours where you do so many other, you wear so many other hats.
Right.
So that's a beautiful marriage that you've kind of cracked.
I'm trying to balance that marriage. बहुत difficult है भाई. मतलब एक के साथ हूँ मैं, but today every morning, but then I have to go out. I have to go. Guys, please don't take this out of context. But this is what we're trying to just understand the stable and the freelance life that I have. But I also tell this to my friends a couple of times. They say that we wish we had the life you have, and I tell them that no, you don't, because the kind of I probably do not show you my demons. You see the greatest parts of me while I'm doing all my work और जो भी मैं काम करता रहता हूँ. लेकिन उसके पीछे एक struggle है. I'm sure आपकी भी struggle है, but you don't wish for my life, because for my life you have to work the way I do, and I'm wired very differently, and I'm not wearing this as a badge of honor. या मैं ऐसे कुछ बता नहीं रहा हूँ कि अपनी पढ़ाई करके बोल रहा हूँ, but I'm wired very differently. I'm super competitive, and that too comes at a cost at times. You are very OCD as a person. Sorry, you're CDO. Not OCD. You're CDO.
CDO.
You're CDO.
Please elaborate.
OCD is like, I have to fix the OCD also, man. So it's like CDO, like that.
Yeah.
When things don't go as per what you wanted, for a person who's got planned things out, though you've controlled everything, it can throw you off. And that can happen जब आप एक क्रिएटिव काम कर भी रहे होते हो. इतना बड़ा सेट मैनेज करो. मैंने आपके साथ एक कुकिंग शो भी किया था जहाँ पे आपने पूरा सेट जो है आपकी टीम ने डन द सेटअप, डिजाइन्ड एवरीथिंग. जब चीजें नहीं जाती, what do you tell yourself? How do you get back on track?
If things don't go as per what I thought it should, then I do it myself. So that's the best way to do it.
But when you have a team, and what have you eventually learned being this person who's worked for so many years एक फिल्म लाइन में, क्रिएटिव लाइन में, कि आप टीम के साथ काम करो जैसा आपने चाहा वैसा नहीं हुआ?
No, so okay. It sounds like a great quote that I do it myself, but it's not exactly like that. So basically,
it's irritating because I know.
No, but you also empower the team. You empower the team. That's the biggest thing, right? everybody who works with us, the idea is that they feel empowered and they feel that they have the freedom to make the choice, right? And because you spoke about the set that we worked on, that you were a contestant on also, if you remember, I was sitting outside the set.
You were sitting outside the set and
For most part of the show.
Yeah.
Most part of the show, I was donning the producer's hat that day.
Yeah.
I was doing hisab, budgeting, logistics, and taking care of all of that stuff. I stepped in before, much before, when the creators were planned, when everything was planned to the T. We spent enough man hours and women hours to kind of make sure this happens and how it has to be done. But after that, on the floor, there are enough and more talented people that I only hired, right, to do the job. Now I have to let them do the job.
I like what you said. The greatest power is to empower. So if you can get your team to do the things that you have planned with them, it's amazing. It reminds me of a very lovely gentleman. The name is MS Dhoni.
Legend.
Legend. You love him, I love him, this nation loves him. ऐसा कोई शख्स नहीं है जो शायद MS का फैन नहीं है इस देश में. You have donned the MS hat for us a lot of times. मैं जानता हूँ कि यार बहुत बार बोला है आपने कि तू खेल मैं देख लूँगा. It's a great way of saying. It's like what MS would tell a Virat or his team members. उनकी टीम को डैड्स आर्मी बुलाते थे. वो डैड्स आर्मी को उन्होंने जीते भाई. वो बहुत बार जब भी उस येलो जर्सी में लोग जाते हैं, उस चेन्नई के CSK का हिस्सा बनते हैं, वहां पर कुछ होता है उस कल्चर में कि आदमी अगर बाहर भी अच्छा ना कर रहा हो ना, वहां जाके अच्छा हो रहा है. What is it about MS, man?
But I think it's the same. It's the empowerment. It's the empowerment, and it's exactly what you said, right? तू खेल मैं देख लूँगा. It's the freedom to allow people to express themselves fully, whether it is in the dressing room, whether it's in meetings, or whether it's actually on the field.
But that will also come at a cost, ना कि लीडर को फिर चार्ज लेना पड़ेगा कि कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई.
लेना पड़ेगा.
Same way too.
So I mean that's the mark of the greatest leaders, right, in life. I think the fact that like you said, right, power comes from empowering, and I will only be super powerful and powerful if my team is empowered and the team is performing. And
they are powerful equally.
I'll become the greatest captain if I let my team be the greatest team. Do you ever talk about the greatest captain of a losing team, of a team that's lost? You know, this team lost the World Cup, this team lost this team lost that, but he was the greatest captain. No, that doesn't happen. The greatest captains or the greatest leaders are leaders of teams that are the top two teams, always, right, in the world at some point.
It's amazing how MS for so many years had that kind of longevity. There is a certain spark that he has, on field, off field. Suresh Raina,
calm.
हाँ, Suresh Raina was once speaking about the fact that आपको लगता है कि MS comes calm and composed, लेकिन उनके पास plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan Z तक रहता है. He knows exactly. He's like a chess player. उनको exactly पता है कि आगे क्या होने वाला है. उस टाइप का विजन तो कैसे कोई रख सकता है?
The experience, man. The amount of life he's seen, and because he's come from grassroots, man.
भाई शुरुआती तौर पर कैसे हो सकता था वो एक्सपीरियंस? मैं उनके माइंड को डिकोड करना चाहता हूँ. You and I are two MS fans, तो मैं कब सोचता हूँ कि आप 2007 का वर्ल्ड कप देखो, वो स्टंप्स के पीछे बैठे हुए हैं. किसी ने कभी सोचा ही नहीं था वो बोल आउट होगा.
But Kake, you know what? Seriously, honestly, actually, this is from life experiences. I am saying that he actually cracked into the Indian team so late, right? Yes. So late.
2004? Yes. 2004.
So he cracked into the team so late after struggling for so long. But the life experiences he's had before that, whether it was being a TC or whether it was being anything else that he's done, playing the league stages, playing tennis ball, playing all of those things. I think that's where he's gained life and sport experiences enough to last him.
वो बैगेज नहीं था आई थिंक जब वो आए एंड वो एकदम बेबाक होके खेले कि भाई देयर इज नथिंग टू लूज. मुझे निडर होके खेलना है. वो टीम जो गई थी खेले साउथ अफ्रीका और वो बोला आउट. एमएस वहां पे बैठे हुए स्टंप्स के पीछे और मैं सोच रहा हूं यार इस स्टंप्स के एकदम पास में बैठे हुए. ही इज नॉट स्टैंडिंग विद द विकेट कीपर. वो जब वो नील डाउन करके बैठे हुए. व्हाट इज दैट? और फिर आप जब इवेंचुअली रियलाइज है कि हां आप तब तो हम बच्चे थे तब he wanted more clarity so that they understand कि स्टंप्स यहां है. और भाई साहब एवरीवन हिट द विकेट.
एवरीवन पाकिस्तान टीम में एक भी नहीं रहा. इनके चारों लोग थे.
आप सोचो क्या मेंटालिटी है, क्या मानसिकता है. Two things that you want to take from MS's mentality in your life. I know you're calm.
I think calm amidst the chaos, for sure. Calm amidst the chaos always. Just the way I think he keeps the team together. Just the way he keeps the team together, and he always has. When each of them feel that they're clear about what their roles are, and hence they feel empowered enough to go out and express themselves. So I think both of these, the way he keeps the team and the way he manages to keep his calm and secure.
I've seen you do that also. आपके shows पे, आपके sets पे आप अलग-अलग आप there's a way you talk to people, there's a way you talk to your artists. बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री के जो अपने दोस्त यार हैं, जैसे नकुल, very sweet, amazing artist, ऋत्विक, इन सब के साथ आपने काम किया है. These are friends, we hung out with them and all of that. Don't take the name of anybody. Who's giving you the most stress on the set? Don't take the name and tell us what. Give us some gum now. Tell us किसने क्या चोचले किए हैं set पे that क्या मांग रहा है या क्या मांग रहे हो आप? नाम नहीं चाहिए.
वही सोच रहा हूँ कि गलती से नाम ना निकला है. नहीं, so there was this. I think ये ना भी बहुत ज़्यादा ये चलन हो भी गया है about the entourage.
Entourage.
Right? So there was one actor we worked with, and she had like a 15-member entourage.
अच्छा.
So a 15-member entourage.
Production cost है ना वो पूरा?
हाँ, I mean, of course you get the cost from the client and then the production pays. That's okay. But just in terms of, I think what happens is when you load yourself with 15 people that you need to come into the office, right? You come onto a set, you need 15 people.
आपने set को office बोला है, हाँ?
Right?
हाँ.
You come onto the set and you need 15 people. And I understand, right? 4 to 5 are important. You will have your makeup, hair, and everything. But when you have 15 people, it's just abusing power, I feel, at times. And that's something that needs to be controlled, because that's also adding to the costs. It's also adding to the time and the tantrums that kind of happen because of that. And I'm of course the smallest fish in the sea. But even the biggest producers, whether you talk about it, Karan Johar has spoken about it, Zoya Akhtar has spoken about it.
John Abraham recently spoke.
Spoke about it. So everybody is speaking about the same thing. And if everybody, someone as small a fish as me, plus everybody is speaking about it, that means it's a real problem. It's time the artists kind of take stock of that.
But is it because of the जैसे peer pressure होता है यार, इसके पास इतने सारे लोग हैं, मुझे दिखाना है होता है, एक certain impression बनता है, बड़ी गाड़ी से आए तो बड़ा पैकेज मिलेगा आपको, बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ आए तो बड़ा हवा होता है सेट पे, तो वो सारी चीजें परसेप्शन मैटर करती है ना.
maybe
पर आप तो बनाते हो शोज, तो आपको does that matter for you?
No, not at all.
But does it matter to any of your people also?
No, what matters to us is how they perform in front of these cameras, right? That's all that matters.
But you're telling me paychecks don't depend on the car that an artist walks in to your office?
No, sorry. No.
I think यार वो होता है यार, कभी आप कौन सी बड़ी गाड़ी से आए तो आप एक certain impression बनता है आपका.
Impression definitely पड़ता है. वो impression जो projection होती है, जो हम सभी करते हैं, हम सब projection करते हैं. हाँ. हम सब अपने level पे जितनी projection कर सकते हैं, हम सब करते हैं. But does that projection necessarily result in more money? I don't know. And your money will be dependent on the talent you bring to the table. Yes, you may demand an X amount on your first project because of the big car that you came in. But when I see you performing in front of the camera, I will never call you again, irrespective of your car. No.
Correct. True.
So it's that.
So if you're crap,
that word will travel. That word will travel.
Also
talking about tantrums, right? For example, so this same person, we were scheduled to shoot a sequence at 11 a.m. in the morning in one of these top-notch hotels, which was got after a lot of permissions. And you know, if it's a top-notch hotel, you get it for a very limited time to shoot, because of course they have to cater to their guests. So you get it for a 2-hour window. It's 11 o'clock roll time. At 11 o'clock roll time, what time should the artist show up?
Maybe half an hour early.
Minimum.
Yeah.
At 10:30 they show up with makeup, hair done, right? Completely ready. Okay, let's do a briefing and let's go to shoot. This artist was swimming till 10:30 a.m. in a different hotel, which was like about 45 minutes away. So then they get out of the pool. By the time they come in to shoot, it is 12:30. We now have last 30 minutes left for something that we booked for 2 hours.
Oops.
So that's
and it's a logistical nightmare for you and the team.
And that's when you then you have to make compromises. Right? Then you have to make creative compromises.
I like the way he's, left this little googly, this bouncer. He's ducked beautifully well. He chose not to hook and pull. He just said, you know what, I'll just duck. beautifully and gracefully is ducked. Like this is the man. You need to have business acumen. अगर किसी से सीखना है तो निश्चय हो गया is the man who. And talking about the man, talking about the strength and valor that he's got. I know you for a fact that and you are a feminist. You are the kind of work that you do, your team, the way you treat the women in your dream. And it's reason why I'm also getting this is because you're a very weird combination of alpha and you have this beautiful alpha side team and a very strong feminine energy to you also, which is beautiful to see. And you are very much in touch of, or rather with your feminine side also. You embrace it beautifully. But as a kid, there's this one thing that you would be with all the time, your He-Man figurine.
Yeah.
And you had a tiger.
Yeah.
You would never allow your sister Kriti to allow her to play with that tiger.
I see you've done your research.
I haven't done my research, but tell me, you alpha human being, why wouldn't you allow Kriti's dolls on that tiger? What was that? What was that funda, bro?
Oh wow.
And what was the He-Man thing, dude? Everybody, all of us had
All the
G.I.
boys
Joes.
at that age.
G.I. Joes
G.I.
थे अपने पास. He-Man, He-Man का क्या था?
Scars. कुछ नहीं यार. I don't remember also how much of it, but He-Man was a hero for all of us that time, and we were also not exposed to पता है अभी के बच्चों को Spider-Man, Superman सब पता है.
हमारा He-Man Superman था.
हमारे He-Man ही था ना, because that was the first time we were exposed to any superhero figure. The Supermans and all that came much later.
But He-Man was अपने OG
था.
वो टाइगर का क्या किस्सा था? एक सेपरेट टाइगर था, शेर था वो He-Man का
जो राइड होता है. He-Man का Batmobile था. तो yeah, I remember my parents had got me this tiger with that thing to sit on, and I used to keep playing with it. While my sister used to play with her dolls on the side, and while she had those 12 maybe dolls, and I had just this one main hero I used to play with. And clearly I didn't like to share it at that age because that's the only thing I had at that time. And I somehow I think वो जज नहीं रहा था ना. I think वो
फील नहीं बैठ रही थी.
And of course तभी हमें we don't know any of these things at that age about feminism or about equality. It's just a little boy and playing with
brother sister का वो तो होता है यार families में.
Is that
मैं और मेरे भाई WWE खेलते थे.
मैं और मेरी बहन नहीं.
भाई मेरे भाई ने एक बार एडी गोरेनो का फ्रॉग स्प्लैश दिया मुझे. वो विंडो से कूदा बेड पे, बेड टूट गया और डांट मुझे पड़ी कि आई एम द ओल्डर वन, क्योंकि मेरे फादर का ये कहना था कि मैंने उसे सिखाया है. आई सेड भाई ये आपकी औलाद है, ये आपका काम है, आप सिखाओ, आपने इसे बनाया. वो कूदा है बेड से भाई, वो विंडो से कूद गया एडी गोरेनो फ्रॉग स्प्लैश, कूदा टू बेड और मैं सोया हुआ था
पता है.
और भाई वो बेड ऐसे दब गया अंदर, हमारी फट गई. मैंने कहा फिनिश, खत्म चाचा, ये गए अब तो मतलब जमीन पे सोना पड़ेगा. और डांट मुझे पड़ी है. ये हमेशा देसी घरों में होता है कि बड़े भाई को या बड़ी बहन को डांट पड़ता है क्योंकि छोटे भाई या बहन ने गलती की. आपके साथ होता?
यस, स्टार्टिंग में होता था, पर उसके बाद दोनों को एक को डांट पड़ने लग गई. तो मैंने
मेरे भाई के लिए वो बोलते हैं छोटे भाई को साथ कूद मारते करते हैं. जो भी कांड करता था मेरे पर ब्लेम. यू शुड हैव टॉट हिम. अरे ही इज योर सन आल्सो. It starts from you. You should have taught him first.
Like for us, it was kind of equal. But I think, जैसे हमने पहले भी कहा ना, a lot of my feminine energy or side is all thanks to my sister primarily.
Kriti. Hashtag Kriti हो गया.
So a lot of that is because of us growing up together, and we used to share a room for most of my life, early life, and I think we kind of have that bond till today.
Does that make you a little more empathetic and gentle having a sister?
Always, yeah, for sure.
Does it help you understand life better?
Yeah. Of course, 100%. In all my relationships in life, I think the fact that I grew up with a younger sister, that always helped, and that always became a strong point. Whether it was how sensitive I was to my partners. At various times.
So it adds so much of value, when you have strong women in your life.
That's character.
Yeah, मैं भी ये मानता हूँ क्योंकि I again raised very strong mother.
Yes.
Very strong grandmother, matriarchs, very very strong figures, and इनका ना बड़ा एक इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है आपकी लाइफ में। तो मैं अगर एम्पैथी आती है ना, अगर आप किसी के बारे में सोचना है तो आप अपने दिल से सोचते हैं। आई एम वेरी प्राउड दैट ओनली अ वुमन कैन थिंक लाइक दैट, एम्पैथी, पुट herself in that place and say, okay, you know what, let's handle it in a better way. I'm not saying men don't think like that. Men think more from, it's very business oriented, problem solving. ये क्या करना है, A to B, वो वाला। ये बचपन की बातें हम कर रहे हैं ना, क्रिकेट पढ़ा, MS की बात की तो बैट्स होती थी यार हमारी बहुत सारी बचपन। मेरे हर बर्थडे पे एक बैट आता था और पता नहीं वो बैट का स्ट्रोक चेक करता उसमें क्या था पता नहीं क्या था। लेकिन हम जहाँ पे खेलते थे 2 बिल्डिंग के बीच में होता था, क्या होता था कि गटर में बॉल गया तो बॉल आप बैट नहीं डाल सकते। वो नहीं होता था कि जिसका बैट है वो डिसाइड करेगा कि क्या रूल्स होंगे, करेक्ट, कैसा खेला जाएगा।
वो गटर से बॉल निकालने में 20 मिनट निकल जाते हैं, पता है?
हाँ, और प्ले टाइम जाता था,
वो 2 लकड़ियां लानी थी उसको उठाने के लिए।
पर कभी-कभी क्या होता था,
कहां ले गए यार,
बैट को स्कूप कर देते वो बॉल। इट्स अ वेरी यकी मेमोरी।
अब जब हम खरीद लेंगे ना बहुत कुछ नहीं लेंगे उसको।
भाई वही मैं कह रहा हूं, तुम सोचो कि वही बॉल के साथ गंदे गटर में जो है
उसको फिर धो के
खेलते थे, वो सुखा के
बहुत फास्ट जाएगा।
और वही हाथ अपने मुंह पे लगा के करते। I don't know how have we lived all of that. Now we are all this fancy and you got an air purifier and all that. लेकिन तभी किधर गया तुम्हारा air purifier भाई? Can you imagine? And what days we have lived, man. And what's your fondest memory as a kid?
Oh wow, my fondest memories as a kid is playing cricket, man. Yeah. I used to be below average in school, in studies. I also said I was extremely shy, underconfident, so I was very average, below average student. I used to so look forward to coming home, bag गिराया, shorts change की, t-shirt, shorts पहनी और नीचे चले गए क्रिकेट खेलने। सीधा 4 बजे क्रिकेट फिक्स था।
Was it like a way where you could prove yourself, and did you feel?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because I was good at cricket. I was good in cricket, so I used to love playing for those 2 hours, 4 to 6. उसके बाद घर जाओ, go shower, eat something, and then sit to do your homework. Also, acting में ज़्यादा homework करो just when dad is entering.
Correct.
That is basically these kids, right? Just when you hear the car being parked down or the horn being rung in the main gate, you know, okay, dad's here. चलो TV बंद. It was TV का शौक.
Right.
TV बंद, start studying at that time. So my best memories of of me as a child are playing cricket. I used to absolutely love the game. I used to absolutely love that I could go out and kind of like, you know, I could come into my own when I was playing. In class I was again shy, hiding behind the tall guys. यार टीचर सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे कि पूछ लेंगे तो मेरे को कोई जवाब ही नहीं पता है। मैं पढ़ के नहीं आया हूँ, मुझे पढ़ने में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। मैं क्लास के सामने I'll feel like oh shit यार,
why do I have to do this?
Why do I have to do this? And when you don't know your answer, everybody's looking at you. It's that I was in an all boys school. School was wonderful, but just that I think because I didn't have the skill set to perform in class, or I didn't have the aptitude to perform in class, I always felt I was very
out of place.
Very out of place. Very you feel lesser at times, and that's not a good feeling
as a kid,
for a kid, right? You feel lesser. So
भाई बहुत प्यारी बात आपने बोली। So nice that you opened up about this. मैं बचपन में ना मैं हमेशा लोगों से कहता था कि मैं बहुत टिमिड था, बहुत डरता था। लेकिन जब मैं स्टेज पे होता था ना तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि भगवान ने एक सेकंड लाइफ दी है, लाइफ। बहुत बुली हुआ, मैंने इस बात को कभी बताया नहीं किसी को। बहुत बुली हुआ बचपन में, दोस्त बहुत कम थे, एक दो था, मतलब अब तो खैर नाउ यू डोंट इवन केयर अबाउट इट मच। बट जब आप देखते हो कि गॉड गिव यू दिस लाइफ एंड सेड यू नो व्हाट, क्रिएटर व्हाट, जो लोग बिलीव करते हैं कि आप स्टेज पे जाओ, देयर यू विल कंट्रोल द वर्ल्ड। The moment I was on stage, like what cricket was for me, the moment I was on stage, untouchable. जो लोग वहाँ पे मैं जिनसे डरता था, अब now I was the emperor.
You know, I also want to, sorry I'm taking this away, but you know, I also had this, and now I'm thinking about it because now, of course, we are all evolved into how your mind affects your body and all those things. तभी ये बातें नहीं होती थी, right? I remember I used to also have a voice issue. I also couldn't speak properly. Not a speech issue, but a voice issue. And I had gone to the doctor various times to try and see कि यार voice box में issue है, क्या issue है? Do I need to take some voice therapy? And I did voice therapy also at that age. And now that I look back, it was actually stemming from the fact that I did not wish to speak in class. So I felt so out of place in school and my parents did everything that they could. And I remember they used to take me for, they used to be called counseling sessions that time, which are now called therapy sessions. But they used to take me for counseling at that young age. कि यार अगर हमसे नहीं बोल रहा है तो शायद किसी एक्सपर्ट को बोलेगा.
No, I get what you're saying. So basically, what you were trying to say is कि आप you didn't want it and you felt so out of place that your body gave a signal to the mind कि बोली मत.
Correct.
भाई ये होता है, पता है. जब मैंने पहली बार स्पोर्ट्स ब्रॉडकास्ट करना चालू किया था ना, तो मैं आपके पास आया था. अचानक से मैं बहुत मेहनत कर रहा था. माय बॉडी वाज अंडर इमेंस स्ट्रेस क्योंकि आप सो नहीं रहे हैं. आप केवल 4 घंटे सो रहे हैं 70 दिनों में, क्योंकि आप रेडियो कर रहे हैं सुबह, फिर जाके स्पोर्ट्स ब्रॉडकास्ट कर रहे हैं. नया एक माहौल है, लोग नए हैं, आपके मुंह से शब्द नहीं निकलते, आप डरे हुए रहते हो, आप सहमे हुए रहते हो. और मुझे एक चीज शुरू हुई कॉल्ड कैल्सिफिकेशन. जब मेरे शोल्डर जॉइंट पे कैल्शियम डिपॉजिट्स आने लगे व्हिच डिडंट अलाउ मी टू मूव माय हैंड, वाज गिविंग मी आर्थराइटिस लाइक पेन्स. तो व्हाट हैपेंड इज द सेम थिंग दैट यू सेड. जो आपको बचपन में हुआ कि आपकी बॉडी ने एक सिग्नल भेजा कि नहीं भाई करना ही नहीं है मुझे. फाइट मैकेनिज्म, फाइट फ्लाइट मैकेनिज्म में बॉडी चली गई, एंड दिस वाज द वे योर बॉडी वाज कोपिंग अप. And stress manifests in so many different bloody ways. And as children, I think it's like, and now as adults, we can put so many labels to it and terms to it and understand this and decode this. जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं अभी. And सच में I didn't realize कि हम ये सारी बातें करेंगे. मैंने कभी सोचा ही नहीं था ये सारी बातें यहाँ पे निकलने वाली हैं. It's beautiful, man. I'm so glad we've always had a heartfelt conversation, and with you, it's always spiritual intoxication, because I feel that intoxication also later, but we talk about spiritual intoxication. It's good. I'm glad we did this, man.
No, you know, also what happens is that I think men don't talk.
बात नहीं करते हैं.
Oh, that's a different problem altogether.
यार मुझे लगता है
So like that's the podcast in itself.
Yeah.
But like men don't talk is a different problem. We and sometimes because of the way
अभी कंडीशन.
condition
डिजाइन हमें बताया गया है कि हमको ये ऐसा करना है.
हमें पता है कि ऐसा नहीं करना है, कि यार
अच्छा मतलब क्या
बात नहीं करनी है. इट्स ओके. हमें क्या बोला गया कि अच्छा दारू पी लो ठीक हो जाएगा, कुछ खरीद लो ठीक हो जाएगा. You know, those which are all deflections.
Quantifiable deflections.
Deflections. And so a lot of these times we're not encouraged to talk. And it's so beautiful that women have found this safe space amongst their other fellow women, or sometimes even with other men, where they can share and they're taken at that face value of okay, they're sharing. It's not considered strong or weak in any way. Men are supposed to project a sense of a strength at all times. At all times, they're supposed to know everything. How can I know everything? I can't know everything, right? But they're supposed to then fake that they know everything.
And उसमें it's an abyss. You get sucked into it. ये जाकिर ने ना, अपने जाकिर खान ने एक बहुत प्यारी बात बोली थी कि लड़कों में अगर कोई दिक्कत होती है, प्रॉब्लम होती है, तो क्या बोलते हैं, चला बैठते हैं. कोई प्रॉब्लम हो लाइफ, आजा बैठते हैं, आ चल बैठते हैं. ये नहीं कि भाई सॉल्व हो जाए, चलो एक दो बैठते हैं, 2 बैग लगाते हैं, फिर उसमें ना आपने वो बात, you numb the problem, you numb the issue. It's a cycle again.
But we also have to be then intoxicated to have that conversation. You see, can you imagine? But that's already a problem. The fact that आप बैठते हैं means कि let's drink.
Let's drink.
आप बैठते हैं. I mean that's also good. It's fine. I'm not encouraging drinking or anything, but I'm saying कि the fact that you have found an outlet to talk is great. That's good. But the fact that you need a bahana, you need a reason कि okay, once I'm drunk ना, once I'm saying that my guard is low, that's when I can talk about it. Why can't we talk about it the way we're talking today without these cameras?
Yeah.
But why can't we? And I know you and I have still had certain conversations at times, but it'll still be far and wide in between. Why do people at large are unable to have these conversations? Maybe it's time that we tell everybody that everybody is going through the same shit. Everybody is going through the same things, and it's completely okay to talk about it. And if you think the person you're idolizing, the person who's your celebrity, the person जिसका आपने पोस्टर लगाया हुआ है, उसको ये नहीं हो रहा है, उसको भी ये हो रहा है, वो भी ये बातें किसी न किसी के साथ कर रहा है, तो आप इससे कोई कम आदमी या कोई कम मर्द नहीं बन जाओगे अगर आप ये बात करोगे. And let's hope that everybody finds their own people who they can talk to. Social media has done that beautifully in a way that everybody is now at least putting themselves out there. While it has a lot of other crap that's out there, but there are at least people who are expressing themselves in whatever way they can. If my state of mind is this and I can't write that this is me, I'll find a quote that resonates and I'll share that quote.
Hey!
So a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Right? So men have found that now.
It's
So that's the hack.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So that also happens.
Huh.
So at least that's the good way. At least then they get those 10 likes on it. Some they get men at least don't get so many direct messages, but then they get the couple of people checking on them
Yeah.
once in a while
Yeah.
because someone's put out a quote or someone put out someone else's quote as their something. So it at least generates conversation, which is again a good thing.
I think we've not expected that we get into this direction, but I'm so glad that we did. I'm so glad that we did this conversation because it's so interesting that एक चीज जो इस पूरे conversation जो हमने बात की है, I don't even want to call it a podcast. It's just like two brothers hanging out and speaking about life, knowing about the work that you put in, and just understanding your brain and how you function. Is the fact that you mentioned freedom more than 15 times in this conversation, which is beautiful because freedom is not the gimmick, is what you live by, is your mantra for life. Freedom comes at a cost. Freedom is something that comes with responsibility also. And अगर आप में वो है, then go for it. All blazing guns, but don't be on the fence, is what I understand when you speak about freedom. Nishcha, my man, from the first show in 2010-11 to now 2025, we've had the longest standing relationship. From your production to now my production of GST, life has somewhere come back in a circle. So thank you very much. This was absolutely bloody epic.